Hey, what's up everyone? My name is CollegeSportsREVIVED and I welcome you back to the College Hoops 2K Legacy Mode series featuring Coach Carter and Fordham Rams basketball. Season 2's regular season had an up and down finish, but we snuck in as the 12th seed in the 12-team Atlantic 10 Conference Tournament, marking the first time in this series we have postseason basketball. After a rough losing streak halfway through our conference schedule, we ended up splitting the last 6 games of the season to finish 13-17 on Season 2, a 7-game improvement from Season 1, and from here on out, every win we snag in the postseason is just a bonus at this point. We'll keep that mindset against the 5 seed, the St. Joe's Hawks, who handed us our biggest margin of defeats this season in our only meeting. Yikes. And that was also with our second leading scorer. As you guys know, Angelo Higgins out for the rest of the season, so definitely an uphill climb for us to compete with the Hawks. However, St. Joe's has battled some adversity down the stretch this season as we take a look at the rest of the bracket, so perhaps we can catch them when they're at their lowest. It's been a successful yet up and down season for St. Joe's. They opened up the year 7-1 and then lost 5-7 after. Then they decided to become the hottest team in the conference for a while and started to receive votes for the top 25 with a 10-game winning streak. Of course, in the middle of this streak is when we had to play them, and of course they blew us out, but then they limped to the finish line, which is pretty surprising. A 4-game losing streak with some close defeats and frustration as they lost their chance at the top 25 for the time being and lost their spot as a top 4 team, as the top 4 seeds get a first round bye in this A10 tournament. Lonnie Rhodes has given us a lot of problems over the last 2 years, a seasoned vet who is always on his game. Jere Callaway has become Cade Swanson's kryptonite, our starting center. Maybe it's Callaway's athleticism or his wingspan or a combo of the two, but our boy Cade never seems to play well against the Hawks, but being one of our 4 seniors, he's looking to break that trend and get a win today. Can't forget about Carl Reeves, who's had an awesome first year and he's found a way to impact the game in a variety of ways. Like I said, it's going to be an uphill climb for sure, and us having to take the floor in our first playoff game of the series without our second leading scorer, it's going to make it even more tough. Higgins was healthy in the first meeting against these 2 teams, and they still managed to run us off the floor. So what's going to happen this time around? So with Coach Carter's playoff debut about to get underway, he saw plenty of postseason success at UT Martin that we were going to hope that translates, where he never failed to make it out of the first round and he hung up 3 conference championships. It's going to be one heck of a battle to even compete with this team, especially with the way they blew us out in the regular season, but hey, any playoff experience is good experience, especially for the 4 seniors we have fighting to keep the lights on. So we have St. Joe's, you got the Fordham Rams, the 5 versus 12 matchup of the A10 tournament is about to get off and running. Sorensen versus Callaway, here we go! The first postseason occurrence we have on this series where Coach Carter is going to try to continue the trend of his success, as this one's already kicked out to Kellen Spears for a quick triple. Kellen Spears is one of a couple of 3-point threats on this team. St. Joe's doesn't rank as well as a lot of the other teams in the conference from 3, but they still have some playmakers from deep. So now our first offensive possession, this one swung around to Fabian Swanson, and from the elbow he finds some space to operate, and he'll take it to the tin. Draw some free throws on Jere Callaway. And Swanson, for a while, he looked like a star there. He had a hot streak halfway through his junior year. He slumped recently, though, and I think that was part of the reason we had that tough losing streak. But I think he had a nice little finish in our 3-3 finish to this regular season as he looks to have a big performance tonight. So we get on the board. Now, the second offensive possession for the Hawks, it's Lonnie Rhodes. Too much space for Dustin Black, but we get a little lucky there. Sorensen collects his first rebound, trying to break that trend of tough games against Jere Callaway as Black. Little fancy dribbling, gives it inside. Sorensen with the mismatch, quickly over his right shoulder before the help defense comes. It's Swanson with 4 quick points out of the gates. Back down by 1 possession as Carl Reeves, nice behind the back move and a nice rotation. Good looking shot, but off the mark. So Lonnie Rhodes 0 for 2 on 2 shots you normally see him make as Preston Murphy, our top leading scorer. Nice find over to Fabian Swanson, who muscles his way baseline past J.C. Palmer, his matchup tonight, a 6'7 sophomore. But he's having trouble with Fabian Swanson so far as Fordham takes the early lead. Carl Reeves now posting up. will try to find Kellen Spears. Top of the key for three. There's another one. Kellen Spears, 8.5 points for the 6'5 sophomore average on the year. And he's also 35% from three, second on the team. You won't see many guys take threes outside of Rhodes. Reeves only has 70 compared to Rhodes' 142 attempts on the year. And Stan Scott says he has enough. Now he wants one from the corner after a friendly bounce. Fordham again on top. Another early lead change. So the volume scorer, Lonnie Rhodes, trying to get his team the tie, but it's Scott sending back the freshman Carl Reeves inside, but the Hawks do earn another possession as some reserves check in for the first time. This one swung around, and Lonnie Rhodes does not mess up this opportunity. Like I said, he's a volume shooter. 142 threes attempted on his senior year. As we break the press here, Amir Holiday, Chen Li, and Corey Terrell seeing their first minutes as Murphy with some early offense there. Again, Fordham back on top, 15-14 game with 8 minutes to play. We'll dwindle that down to 7 minutes, back to a tie game as the Hawks are back to this 2-3 zone. We've seen some man, we've seen some zone early on as it's Corey Terrell. Kick out, Dustin Black, who's been red hot recently. Ever since he stepped into the starting lineup, he has been ready for the moment. Higgins is sidelined, but Black's 5 games as a starter, he's averaged 9.2 points, 3 assists, and he's over 50% from three. But there's a three as the threes come in succession. Now it's Eli Werner, the backup point guard for the St. Joe's Hawks. So we're seeing a bit of a shootout here in the first round. Really surprised to see Fordham keeping pace with this team as we try to set up a flare screen for Stan Scott. This one's off the mark though, rebound by Kenneth Ike. As this Eli Werner bounce pass inside to Caleb Netherly. So a couple of bench guys getting it done in the open floor, and that's not where you want to see St. Joe's. Tons of athleticism on this team. That's how they were able to run us out of the building the first time we played them. We cannot afford to allow those transition baskets. We've been pretty stingy in the half court. We've been making them earn their points. They are knocking down their shots, but it's not come easy for them. But we can't let them get out in the open court as Lonnie Rhodes hits the Jets against Preston Murphy for his second bucket. And now the Hawks hold their biggest lead of the contest. 25-29 as the starters check back in for your Fordham Rams. 3:18 left to go. Stan Scott, he's doubled. A little trouble there holding the ball as this one's rotated around to Swanson, who's had the hot hand here in the first half. 20 to shoot. It's Dustin Black, gives it back to Swanson, who finds some space for that silky smooth jump shot he possesses. He's getting it done from all levels. Free throws, finishing inside, the post, now mid-range, man. Fabian Swanson looking to turn around a couple of tough games there. As this one's now taken away from Kate Sorensen, who's been so quiet tonight. Eli Werner for 2 more as the Hawks jump out by 6. So you're starting to see some nice bench performances from the Hawks as we move quickly. It's Murphy from NBA range, and he puts it through. Murphy, yes, what a shot to cut the lead in half. Murphy has led this team in points, assists, steals, and he's honestly put his game up to another level ever since Higgins got hurt. He's been our saving grace for sure on the offensive end. But nice backdoor feed here. It's Fabian Swanson showing off the muscle. An and one opportunity. Nice find by Dustin Black. Getting it, just out in front of the outstretched arms of Kenneth Ike inside. He found the perfect angle to get that pass in there. So Dustin Black's playmaking and shooting on point tonight. And Swanson, he's your leading scorer out of all players, as he has 13 points now after the made free throw. 50 seconds now left in the first half. What a performance by Fordham. You'd like to get some more stops on D, but his offense has probably been the best it's looked. Up fake from Dustin Black, no good, and it's Sorensen who rips down 2 more. Yes, it's 2 more for Swanson. 15 points for number 15. And we're going to try to hold firm for one last defensive stop to keep this a 1-possession game. 12 ticks left. Carl Reeves handling the point guard duties here down the stretch. Over to Netherly. Too much space. Come on, Murph. Got to get out there. 3 seconds left. Up ahead. Swanson. He wants 2 more. Just a little too strong. Okay, so a very competitive first half of action. Was not expecting the Rams to come out this hot, but a shootout is on our hands today as we trail by 5. This is a huge improvement from the regular season blowout we took against these guys. Just got to keep doing what we're doing. We're getting to the line. We've had a couple guys bring their A game today. Overall, on the offensive end, it's been superb. Swanson is ready to have a career high in the first half, or rather the first playoff game he's played. And he's been spectacular. Murphy and Black have added plenty of passing and scoring. But it's been a bit of a surprise that the seniors are the ones struggling today with their careers on the line. Sorensen's struggles against Callaway continues today. And Stanton Scott's been getting beat by Kellen Spears so far. Scott is too good of a defender to be losing that battle. Spears leads the Hawks with 9 points and what's been another potent showing for this offense. They've also won the rebounding battle as well. We got to be stronger inside. We have one of the best teams in the conference on notice right now. It's our job to box out more, get some more stops, and keep putting our hottest players in the best position to succeed. We'll see if Fordham can snatch the biggest win of Coach Carter's tenure here when we come back. Perhaps Coach Carter's boys think an upset in the first playoff game of this series. 15 minutes back on the clock as we get set to get things going once again. Fordham down by 5 against one of the better teams in the conference as we begin with a backdoor feed to Murphy. You want to get him one-on-one, and he gets away with a bit of a travel, but the post move score is good. Murphy, 9 points, now making half his shots after he missed the first couple on his game today. So St. Joe's really doing a good job scoring. I mean, it took them a while to get things going in the half court, but now they are in a rhythm, and that's a scary sign for us as Lonnie Rhodes' 4th assist. He struggled a little bit. Honestly, it's a bit of a surprise to see Rhodes not knocking down some of the shots he took in the first half, but he's really molded his game to be more of a facilitator today. That's his 4th dime. Kellen Spears wants to also stay hot, but he can't keep cooking as Stan Scott, nice closeout, and look at him running the break. How about the baseball pass from Corey Terrell, who's getting some minutes in favor of Cade Sorensen to begin this second half. Great assist there and great body control one-on-one against Lonnie Rhodes. Scott for 2 more. All right, so 5-point Fordham, or rather a 5-point Hawks lead as J.C. Palmer, as he looks over to Kellen Spears. This one is knocked through again. Spears for his 4-3 and 4 attempts, but Stan Scott wants to go tit for tat. There's a huge 3-pointer to keep us in this game. That's Black's 4th assist. The freshman answering the call of duty, and Stan Scott, I think he wants to have a little battle of wits here between him and Kellen Spears. 10:30 left to go. Nice hop step move, but nothing to create there. It's 5 seconds left to go on the clock. Black's gonna have to hurry, and now he knocks down a 3 of his own. The freshman heating up from outside, and Fordham, honestly, as a team, has been on fire. I just can't believe this performance as one of the better teams in the conference again is on notice. Scott with the steal, Dustin Black with the floater on top of Lonnie Rhodes for some style points. Back to a 2-point game. It's a quick 7-0 run to make it a 1-score game once again, but we'll jump ahead again. 8 minutes left to go here in the contest. Dustin Black continuing to control the tempo. It's been a really mature game from him for sure, as Cade Sorensen with his offhand one-on-one against J.C. Palmer, a good post defender. He finally gets on the board, his first make in 3 tries. Sorensen again back in the post. No luck this time, backing him down. This is almost a turnover from KJ Bigsby. Dustin Black now will have to create. 19 seconds left. He wants to give it off to Chen Lee. He tries to slip his way inside. No good, but the weak side is not covered by nobody in a white uniform. It's Cade Sorensen looking to turn around his fortune. Been a little too quiet for my liking. 6:22 left to go. Amir Holiday continues to see minutes as the senior hasn't scored yet, but Dustin Black with his first mistake on the game. Kenneth Ike, as he handles the rock, gives it off to E.J. Werner. Nice little half spin move, looking for a teammate. He resets it, and he has the mismatch on Cade Sorensen, and the 3 trickles in. Oh man, look at the grin on Werner's face. He can't believe that went in. That mismatch against Cade Sorensen allowed him to get just the amount of separation he needed to get the shot off. Now 5 minutes to go. We can't allow that 3, and we don't. Good close out there by Amir Holiday. Scott then finds Holiday. He is cherry picking a little bit, but the senior needs these 3. All right, Amir Holiday. What a come up for him, man. Obviously, you guys know his story. Former D2 baller who transferred over here from California, trying to keep his college career alive. 3:43 left to go. Starters back in. Jere Calloway, that's too weak, man. Come on. Cade Sorensen has to play bigger in there. I don't know what his problem is, but he's just played a little too soft for my liking today. 70-62 as we allow 70-plus points to this team. Palmer will now try mid-range. There's a stop, or so you might have thought. Jere Calloway for the follow, but everybody swarming in there. Great team effort. 2:44 left to go. Swanson dribbling, gives it to a guard. It's Scott inside to Sorensen, and it looks like we'll reset. Every possession matters. We're down by 8. Season in the balance. Murphy double clutches. What a finger roll finish. A baker's dozen for the team captain, making half of his shots. But now, the name of the game has been getting these stops. Can we get him in the biggest stage of the ball game? Callaway's off the mark again. Nice rebound by Black, and again we're in the open court. It's Scott to Murphy. Kellen Spears is too slow. He can't stop the baseline drive. Let's go. 4 more, or rather 2 more for Murphy. It's a 4-point game. So we're right back into it. We've given ourselves a fighting chance. Hawks call timeout. What a game, man. Fordham. They want to play the role of the comeback kids for sure. And to do it against a team that walloped us in the regular season, man, I don't think anybody gave us a chance in this game. But Coach Carter has his boys ready to play. Now we just need some stops again. It's Lonnie Rhodes. Nice double move on Black, but to give it off to Spears. Scott closes him down this time. It's Rhodes. He's a 3-point threat, so Dustin Black bites for the pump fake. Hand off to Carl Reeves. What a take there by the freshman. That's 2 killer points there. 90 seconds left in the contest. It's Scott, or rather Sorensen, who has a lane. Nice little give and go between the two. Playing hot potato inside. Back out to Murphy, who thinks about the 3. But we want to get the best shot possible. Pick and roll. Murphy to Swanson. He's been hot today. He draws some more free throws. He's been a perfect 5 for 5 from the stripe tonight. 17 points, and now we continue. 2 huge free throws to give Swanson 19 points. And now we're approaching a minute to go, down by 4. This is kicked out to Carl Reeves, the freshman. Gives it off to J.C. Palmer. Lonnie Rhodes, a minute to go. Rhodes, 19, 18 on the shot clock inside to Callaway. Double comes. We're locking up this possession. Come on, we need this stop. Callaway, we'll live with that. That one's short, but no one closes down Reeves. But out of nowhere, it's Sorensen for the block shot of a lifetime. Let's go. We got another stop. And we're down by 4, but we need a bucket here to keep the door open. 35 seconds left. Dustin Black can't create any separation off the pick and roll. 31 seconds left. Sorensen, he kind of wants the post up there. He's at the elbow, but he gives it back to Black. 12 seconds. Taking a little too much time here. We're going to have to hurry. Sorensen likes the mismatch inside, but it's taken away by J.C. Palmer. Up ahead, Carl Reeves ends our season. Oh, man. Not the greatest last possession. We weren't ready for that one. Maybe a timeout should have been called to take a breather and really draw up something that we could have set up Swanson. We could have set up Dustin Black, Preston Murphy, but we try to live through Cade Sorensen, but he just didn't have it today. And that turnover right there where it looked like he had positioning inside, it just didn't come to fruition as he turns the ball over. And it looks like that might be the end of the season. 12 seconds left. This is our last chance. Murphy for a Hail Mary. And it's off the back iron and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Season 2 comes to an end after a heroic effort by these Fordham Rams. I'm telling you, I'm proud of how our boys played. I'm telling you, I think this was a very eye-opening experience, and it's good to get some of these younger guys experience moving forward, like Dustin Black. Fabian Swanson's going to be a senior team captain next year, so is Preston Murphy. And some of these bench guys, I think this was coveted experience for them for sure. We played this team so tough. Fabian Swanson was a beast today, 19-7. And then we also had 3 other starters in double figures. Black played beyond his years tonight, man. He was a jack of all trades. Murphy did his thing. Stan Scott won the battle in the second half between Kellen Spears. But Cade Sorensen just didn't have it tonight, unfortunately. It's a tough matchup for him for sure as he graduates, along with Kosuke Takahashi, Stan Scott, and Amir Holiday. So that'll be it for season 2. It was an up and down one again, but definitely a lot more success than season 1. I think I'm starting to like more and more where this team is at. 13-17, now 13-18 on season 2. Definitely a lot better than 6-20. And next episode, we're gonna have our long off-season video we have annually, recruiting, March Madness recap, and transfers, all that jazz. But before that, we're gonna tie up some more loose ends here in season 2's regular season. We're gonna recap the Atlantic 10 Conference Tournament, where we see St. Joe's and Temple battling it out. So if we were able to score the upset, we would have played Temple, who also beat us in the regular season. So we will jump to black and we will see how the playoffs ended for the Atlantic 10 Conference. And so far, no real surprises, as the number 4 ranked Charlotte 49ers, one of the best teams in the country this year, they are cruising to their way to the conference title game. We move down here and we have a couple upsets. We have a Cinderella this year. Duquesne knocking off LaSalle, scraping by St. Louis in their big 3 tandem. And then they also take it to the Dayton Flyers by 30 points. So we're going to have David versus Goliath here in the season 2 conference championship game. And I like to sit in and watch this game and the episode we lose in the playoffs. And I think we're going to do the same thing this year. At least I thought I was. I started up the game like normal, and unfortunately there was a little bit of issues with the picture, and I'll be completely truthful to you guys that this game was not close in the slightest. So I had some video issues, and with the game being a colossal blowout, I figured just to show you guys the final score, it was pretty ugly for sure. So obviously, naturally, with this win, the Niners, they move into 1 seed talks if they already weren't there already. The number 4 team in the country came out and they silenced this Cinderella Duquesne squad by over 30 points. As you see here, here's the video errors I was talking about. I'm glad it didn't come in like a big game or anything. You see the picture looks kind of wonky. On top of that, it was just a colossal blowout, so I figured I wouldn't even bother showing you guys. So 105-73 is your final. Not often with our sliders and 15-minute halves you see a team break 100 points, but that's what happened tonight. Charlotte, man, they're going to be legit against any other major conference team in March Madness. So that'll be how episode 20 ends. It was another fun season. I'm going to try to upload these things faster. It's been a little tough because I got roommates down here in Cuba and I can't really record whenever they're asleep. So that is a little bit of a buzzkill. I can't record as much as I want to. I can edit as much as I want whenever I'm not working, obviously, but outside of that, I can't record as much as I want to. So we'll at least highlight the bracket, and we're going to recap in next episode. As you saw there at the top, Seton Hall is your number 1 overall seed, and that it actually has some recruiting input for us, because Kaya Hendry, that 4-star that we're desperately going after, that 4-star point guard, yeah, he's actually neck and neck between us and Seton Hall. So perhaps he sees that number 1 overall seed and he likes them more. But we have a bit of a seeding blunder here in the Midwest. Charlotte gets the last 1 seed, and then the 8-9 game is Dayton and St. Louis. So that's kind of odd. And then same thing down at the bottom. 3 Big Ten teams and 4 slots there at the bottom of the Midwest Regional. So pretty much guaranteed to see a Big Ten matchup down there and an Atlantic 10 matchup in the top half. So that's pretty interesting there. But Kai Hendry, I do have some more recruiting news on him specifically. We only have 1 guy who's committed, obviously one of Coach Carter's former players. I think he has the potential to hop in and take Cade Sorensen's spot game 1. Junior Battle from Richmond High School. Gotta love what he brings to the table. And this is the biggest fish right now for us, Kaya Hendry. And the big news, this is the big reveal right here. We have actually topped Seton Hall for number 1 on his board. That is insane. Seton Hall is the number 1 overall seed. I couldn't believe that in my eyes when I saw that recently, but I guess it's because maybe he likes playing for an underdog program where he's going to get a lot of touches day 1, starting point guard gig day 1. So that's something to keep in mind moving forward. We might have scored our first 4-star ever in the series, UT Martin included. So that's something to definitely keep in mind as we wrap up season 2. And I really appreciate you guys coming out today and supporting your Fordham Rams and my channel. It always means a lot to see you guys out here. And we're going to have that awesome off-season video coming next time. That's always one of my favorite videos to make in these series. where we see a lot of different changes, moving parts, graduating guys coming in, the suspense of recruiting. It's all a lot of fun. So hope to see you guys there. I'm gonna try to get these videos out faster. I think Fordham is gonna take a bit of a back seat because I want to prioritize the road to 2K, wrapping that up. We only have one series left, hopefully, in the entire series. So I'll bang that out, get that series wrapped up, and then Fordham's gonna once again hop into the driver's seat. And then I also started a Seattle Seahawks rebuild on one of my other series. That's just getting off the ground too. So definitely come out and support that if you like some football and you want to see this type of rebuild in Madden. You know, it's CPU versus CPU. All I do is handle the trades. I handle the draft with your guys' input. I handle all the managerial stuff, but when it comes to the product we put on the field, that's all up to the players. So it's a really fun rebuild, and I hope you guys enjoy that, and hope you guys enjoy my channel and my series. So I'll see you guys later on. More Fordham coming, that off-season video. I'm going to try to get that out soon. More Seahawks, and we'll be wrapping up the 2K series soon. So stay tuned for all that and more on my channel. This is College Sports Revive signing out. Peace, everybody. Appreciate you guys stopping by today.